Hello and welcome to DNQ Football. You may be new to the channel if you're a fan of San Marino because we've not spoken about San Marino too much. But if you are a fan of the Seychelles, you would have been on the channel. We're all about Minnow Nation football and San Marino are playing the Seychelles. It's funny, in the off season of international football, planning videos, thinking of content ideas, I thought, yeah, let me do a video on if San Marino played a smaller Minnow nation from around the world. Never got round to it. And then this fixture is organised, this international friendly, which for San Marino is something totally different. World famous side for being ranked 211. They are the worst team in the world and have been for a long time. I have held the belief for a long time that this is because they play mostly European, middle of the road or Titan level teams, England, Italy, France, etc, etc, so never get the opportunity to win any games. If you go back a little while, they were getting battered all the time. They've only ever won one game, and I think that was back in 2004. Battered all the time. If you look at recent results though, recent results from across 2021, 2022. Since losing to England 10-0 in 2021, they have only lost by a maximum of a 2-goal margin. And this does include against sides like Malta, Cape Verde, Iceland 1-0 defeat, and most recently a 1-0 defeat to Malta. And now an international friendly to be played at home against the Seychelles. Let's talk about the Seychelles for a moment. They are ranked 198 in the FIFA World Rankings, and on paper they've had a miserable time of it too. Recent form, plenty of defeats for them, but as I've just said, those defeats for San Marino aren't really bad results. And are they really for the Seychelles? Well, if you start to unpack them, there's defeats against sides like Angola, Madagascar, Comoros, sides that we've seen at AFCONs and things like that, sides that actually do compete at a decent level. You go back a bit further, they've actually got an okay record of sides in and around their own world ranking. They've played Lesotho a couple times, got a draw there and a narrow defeat. They've drawn with Mauritius, and then last year, as we covered on DNQ Football, there was the Mahinda Rajapaksa trophy, the first of its kind, where they were involved with Bangladesh, they were involved with Maldives, they were involved with Sri Lanka, and they actually won that tournament. They were undefeated, 2 draws and a win in the group stages, and then they won the final on penalties. So how is this one going to go? Well, what you've got really is a side in San Marino that are where they are ranking wise because they don't ever play these kind of games. This is the fixtures they need to play more, versus a Seychelles side that are pretty fairly ranked. They are a poor African side comparatively. 198 in the world rankings. Not many African sides are lower. I think Eritrea are lower. Can't think of too many others that are lower than the Seychelles. This game was called off. Now it's back on. Do we know why? Not entirely sure. I'm fingers crossed that it's still going to go ahead, to be honest, because this will be an interesting one. I've seen lots of predictions online. People think 0-0 draw. I genuinely believe this is a good opportunity for San Marino to win a game of football. To actually win a game of football. Seychelles, how do they play? They play quite direct. They've got a good amount of pace going forward. I don't think they've got the strongest midfield in the world in terms of centrally and in the defensive capacity. They've got some good flair players, but defensively that backline is quite solid, and they've got Warren Melly, who's an absolutely brilliant, tall, probably about 6'3", 6'4", powerful centre-back. That will be the challenge for San Marino. Can they break them down? San Marino used to games where they never really touch the ball and they just have to defend. Be interesting to see what they can actually do. With they'll probably have more possession than the Seychelles. They shouldn't pay the Seychelles that much respect. They should go and try and win this game. Can they score goals? Well, not massively. They concede a lot more than they score. They've only scored 1 in their last however many games, and that was against Lithuania, but it was at home. So they do have do they have? They do have home advantage in as much as the pitch will be in decent conditions, but I don't think it will offer that much. I think the key thing is that Seychelles on paper are one of the worst sides that San Marino have played in a long time. And if I had to make a prediction, scoreline prediction, I would actually say 1 or 2-0 to San Marino. I think it will be close, right? Let's not. The Seychelles aren't rubbish, but San Marino aren't actually that bad. Elia Benedettini between the sticks, for example, I don't expect him to be conceding. I could be wrong in this prediction. We just have no idea. That's the beauty of this game. But if I was San Marino, I would be gutted if I did not win this game. This is such a winnable game for them. I don't know where you can watch the game. I don't know if there's a stream available, but what I do know is there's a fantastic San Marino national football team fan account on Twitter that I strongly recommend that you do follow if you want up-to-date information on this. Who knows how this one's going to go, but this could be a springboard for San Marino. Hopefully they organise more friendlies like this against sides in and around them. I'd love to see them play the likes of, say, Sri Lanka or the Turks and Caicos Islands or some of the more Caribbean teams as well. It'd be really interesting to see those kind of fixtures. How do you see this one going? Do you know more about San Marino or the Seychelles? Have I underestimated the Seychelles completely? How is this one going to go? Thanks for watching, and as ever, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Cannot wait for this one. My prediction, San Marino 2, Seychelles 0. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.